Shifflett. What's up, buddy?
Ryan, I'm here, man. I'm ready to talk some Night of Champions. We'll get to this match, but it's a match that I thought would be a slam dunk, but I'm feeling a little about the build, to be completely honest.
Now, I didn't realize until now, maybe it's the Night of Champions background, but are you a ginger?
See, that's where it's weird. I have brown hair, but holy hell does my facial hair look like I'm like a Weasley, which is something from the Harry Potter franchise, but it's not. I think it's just the way the light's coming in the day. I only get red hair on my facial hair, and it's weird, but it looks really red right now.
Do the drapes match the curtains?
Can't say they do on this one. More like the top of my head.
I didn't know if you did it for Becky. I didn't know if you dyed it for Becky. That's all we're getting to, buddy.
Oh my God. I just can't get over how red it looks, Ryan. Jesus. I might have to go off camera.
All right, Scott. All right, enough about the bullshit, brother. But you look good. Carry on. I just want to know if you dyed it for Becky. But anyways.
No, but I would do anything. I would do anything for Becky.
Why aren't you vibing with this match? What's not connecting?
Just really the storyline.
Yeah.
And I think Trish had a god awful promo that really isn't talked about when they announced that Becky was coming back. Like I don't know if they're like, oh, Trish, you can go do your thing, or they had writers for it, but it was really cringeworthy to me, and it's kind of turned me off from this match, where she was like, oh, you don't have to do it, and you could tell she was tripping over a line. She was trying to say something about her daughter. It seemed like a slam dunk, and they bricked it. They bricked the slam dunk, and I was hoping they would drag this out a little bit more, but it looks like we're gonna get a trio of matches, because the rumor was that this was gonna happen at SummerSlam, but they should keep Lita away, because Lita was a fine wrestler in the mid-2000s, but age has caught up with her, and maybe she's not as best wrestler as we thought, as we've seen the other women wrestlers be really good.
Yeah, I'm let's just say that this match is kind of a happenstance of the internet kind of leaking things in advance. Perhaps when they had that turn, when Lynch lost the tag titles with Lita filling in, everyone saw it coming, because we're all smocks. And we read the dirt sheets, and people were telling us it's going to happen at WrestleMania, or it's going to happen here. We saw it coming a mile away. And I think from that aspect, it's kind of hurt the flow of this feud. Becky's still a really good wrestler. Becky's really reliable. It's just that I'm not sure it's clicking now with her. I feel like, is it a hot take to say Big Time Bex has been more successful than the man post return 2021?
I mean, she was really
unwarranted hate in my mind. I think that it was fine.
Well, I agree, but I thought she was a good champion when she beat Bianca and then turned heel.
Yeah.
But my more problem is is with Trish being a heel. I know she can be a heel. I loved her heel work after she turned on Jericho at Mania 20. That heel work was great. I was hoping she would you can't be the TNA obviously before, but you can still be a heel, and I don't know. It just seemed like she was going for the cheap heat when I mentioned that promo, and it was made her look stupid, that she was oh, turn the music off again.
Yeah. It's weird. It feel like it was, I don't know. It's overly rehearsed. It just didn't, the vibe. I understand what you're saying. I feel the same sentiment that your vibe's off. I feel like Becky is kind of missing a little something here, but she can just turn on a switch, and she's one of the best women of all time.
Well, I do agree with that. And what really hurt was if she was injured or whatnot when she was off for those couple of weeks, that really stalled the momentum in my eyes, because you had Trish cut a promo backstage, and then also Trish being drafted to Raw takes away of you might see this once time, and Trish might have a short-term contract, but with her being drafted to Raw, it's oh, she's just another wrestler now.
I felt like that just added star power to the draft, but I could be wrong too.
Okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong with that sentiment. That's just how I feel on that. That don't bother
me.
Well,
they drafted Gable Stevenson at not this this draft, but the last draft. I was at the Raw for that, and everyone was who? And I was yeah, not good.
Still waiting for that one.
Yeah,
but I don't know, Scott. We're kind we're gonna get there with this match. I think that the match will probably outperform the story so far, is what I'm saying. Do you agree with
Yeah,
that?
I do, and like it's funny that because me and you we're known as like I guess if you want to call us the marks, but we're usually like
We're
positive.
all fucking marks.
Yeah, but we're usually like positive with it, and just to see that's just sees how much they've missed the point, in my opinion. But I think the match will be good. You know, uh, the 14-year-old me is like, oh man, Trish has to cover up, but but no, I think it'll be good. Like, hopefully, we get
Oh
like a
wow, I
gimmick
didn't realize
match.
that. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's in Saudi, so
All right, so
uh,
we're playing pass or skip. Skip.
yes, yeah. But I think we'll get like a gimmick match at Money in the Bank, or Trish calls Becky at Money in the Bank type
Yeah,
deal,
yeah, I like
and
that. Yeah.
then we'll get a blow off at SummerSlam because that's the next three pay-per-views unless I'm missing one, unless they snuck one in on me.
No,
But
that's what these are the next three. It just feel this feud feels like, all right, Becky Lynch is a very pivotal part to this women's division. She's not in the title match. Let's kind of just give her something to do the next 6 months. Hey Becky, what do you want to do? Well, is Trish available? Yeah. All right. Well, how about I have her and Trish and Lita versus, and we'll just face Damage Control, and then I'll wrestle them for 6 months. It just feels like yeah, let's just do that instead of wanting to see it. It's just like it kind of feels like a placement than real substance or something important.
yeah, because we know eventually Becky is, unless barring injury, is going to face Rhea at some point.
And she's on the
And
same brand as Ronda, so she's got that ahead of her. So it's
yeah,
just like let's just
Ronda, ugh, just ugh. Like, talk about. I know we're not talking about her right now, but talk about star power that went down drastically. Like I remember when Ronda was on the screen, it was like must see TV, and now Ronda comes on, and I'm like,
eh, eh. We'll see. We'll see
it's
when
lucky
she
she
gets
has
the
the.
tag
It's
belt.
lucky she has the. Ronda has the charisma of this rapper right here. So there you go.
All right, Chef. So let's just say the last time Trish had a singles match, I think it was with Charlotte, and that was an absolute home run. The last time Becky was out there in Saudi with a legend, it definitely outkicked its coverage with Lita, who struggles in ring. So with that being said, I feel that Trish is a much more capable wrestler in 2023 than Lita in 2022. And with Becky, maybe want to go out there to prove something. Maybe she gets a little hungrier, as where she hasn't really had much substance on TV. She's not the shiny new toy anymore. She's not the focal point. You got Belair, you got Rhea, you got all these chicks that are kind of out there outshining her. She's still important. She's still a star. Maybe she wants to go out there and remind everyone who Becky Lynch is.
I certainly hope that's the case. And
Yeah.
the card this weekend, I say if they hit on all cylinders, it could be a sneaky match of the night.
Ooh, okay. So leading here as we close down, you anticipate this to be pretty good.
Yeah, just because like as we've seen with matches that have like meh build, usually they like turn it on in the ring, like you were saying.
So I would have this slotted probably second on the card, or maybe like fifth or sixth. Do you think this will benefit from being early before the Rhea match or after the Rhea match?
See, it's going to be tricky because with Saudi and how everything is, those matches, every match usually feels kind of muted
Mm-hmm.
because of the crowd. So I would put it on second and see if they can get the crowd up and going.
Okay.
But it just depends on what goes on first.
I think Roman's going to go first. So I would go Roman, then Rhea. Kind of we have that big up, bring down, and I would put this
Yeah.
somewhere fifth or sixth range and try to get them built up. And I think later in the card might be a better slot for this one here. All right, buddy, who's going?
I'm going with Becky, and then Trish costs her at Money in the Bank.
All right, I like them dogs are barking, buddy.
Yep, I guess I got my dog's answer for who's going to win. It's obviously going to be Becky.
Perfect. That was good. All right, Shifflett. We'll catch you on the next one, buddy.
All right, thanks for having me.
Of course.